Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make a very short haul video in which I'll be showing you some children's clothes. The reason for this is that I want to show you these clothes, not because they're super pretty or super great, but simply because I just can't find clothes for my daughters. As those of you who follow me already know, I have twins who are 6 years old, soon to be 7, and they're a bit taller than average, so basically I can't find clothes for them. Well, I could find some, but let me show you in a moment that the clothes that fit their height are basically all teen clothes, which means they're gray, black, white, and have skulls on them. But they're still at the age where they want to wear pink floral with little deer, Disney princesses, and all kinds of patterns. Whatever I buy is either too short or doesn't even fit them at all. And I called for help from ChatGPT here and I asked it, I'm quickly checking my notes here, reading from my phone in my hand, what is the average height of a 6-year-old girl? And it says that the average height of a 6-year-old girl is usually between 114 and 118 centimeters, but of course this can vary from person to person. The average values are as follows. Average height is about 115 to 116 centimeters. Average weight is about 20 to 22 kilograms. It's important to know that children's growth is very individual. Genetics, nutrition, health status, and lifestyle all have an influence. Well, my daughters are 132 centimeters tall, 130 to 132. They're not exactly the same height, but there's just 1 centimeter difference between them. And that's why I'm in a bit of trouble because I usually buy a lot for them at H&M. And now we've reached the point where the 134 to 140 size basically doesn't fit them anymore. Only a few things do. And the ones above 140, the teen sizes that go up to 130, or I don't even know how far, I haven't really checked, but those are all terrible. So, I think every parent is afraid that sooner or later their kid will start wearing those baggy pants that make them look like they're wearing a sack. Everything has skulls on it. It's gray, black, and white with no patterns, or sometimes just the name of some band on it. Yes, I know I was probably that kind of teenager too, but I don't want to see this on a 6 or 7-year-old child. And you know how much I'm not a fan, even though I really like Temu. And I do show you some really good kitchen gadgets and household tools from there because I think they're great for that. But I was forced to order and try out what kind of clothes I could get for the kids from Temu. I also ordered from H&M and at the same time I'm going to upload tons of clothes to Vinted, which are size 134 to 140 but have a slim fit so they don't fit the kids. So let's see what I ordered this time. And let's start with Temu. Here is Temu. I will show you precisely what I have found. I figured that if something truly doesn't fit, I will just send it back. I am aware that most of these items probably won't be cotton, like what you typically find at H&M or Zara, but I thought for this particular price point, it's certainly worth trying them out. And at the very least, I can give you an honest and comprehensive review. So let's carefully see what I actually ordered. The first one, I'll put up a picture as well, is this cat-themed top, a long-sleeve top, and of course I got 2 of each item. Okay, so this is a really cute little cat top that looks like there's a charming small pocket on the child's chest, and a playful, curious cat is gently peeking out of it, which is absolutely adorable. By the way, it's made of polyester, but it's the nice, soft kind of polyester. It's great for winter. I couldn't stand wearing anything made of this material in the summer, but for winter, it's a really nice little shirt, especially with a tank top underneath. I'll check how long the sleeves are because my biggest problem is that even if I find something, the sleeves are always so long since it's sized for 11 to 12-year-olds who are obviously taller and bigger than a 6-year-old and their limbs are longer. You see, at 6 years old, their little limbs aren't that long yet, so usually you absolutely have to take the clothes to a professional seamstress to have the sleeves carefully shortened, and that's precisely how the clothes are perfectly fitted for them. So the very next item we have here is a lovely blouse. I will now show it to you. Alright, I'll quickly open it up and tell you about it. By the way, this is super cute. It's really quite adorable. Just look closely. There's this charming little ruffle on it. This delightful ruffle is positioned right on the shoulder here. The neckline is ruffled too. It's cute. And what I really like about it, and it's so interesting that Temu does this with cheap clothes, but H&M, which is actually one of my favorites, doesn't, right? Look, the sleeves are elastic, so I don't have to take it to a seamstress because I can just roll them up for the kid, okay? So this is a really good elastic sleeve. You don't have to take it to a seamstress. I have to say, in this particular and very competitive regard, Temu has undeniably and quite decisively won over H&M this time, showcasing a clear advantage in whatever specific aspect we are currently evaluating, making its victory quite apparent and noteworthy in the current market landscape. So, the next one is this little striped shirt. Girls wear leggings a lot, and I really like pairing them with these kind of oversized tops because I really don't like the whole sweatpants look on girls at kindergarten. So last winter and spring, they wore sweatpants all the time because I thought, well, it's fine. They'll go out to the yard. It's good enough. They won't get their clothes dirty. But then I realized they outgrow their clothes anyway. So let them get their nice clothes dirty. And now I'm annoyed with myself because my girls were never the sweatpants type. But somehow last year it just happened. And I could see that they didn't feel good about it either. So they feel good in dresses with leggings and a cute top, and it really doesn't matter which of their clothes they end up tearing or ruining, because a pair of sweatpants cost just as much as leggings, actually sometimes even more, and somehow dresses are just nicer, more delicate outfits. I think it's important for kids to learn from a young age what goes well together or what makes them feel comfortable. And I can already see with my girls, who are very girly, that they feel much better in a pretty dress than if they put on some fuzzy sweatpants. So this is a nice shirt. And now, with great anticipation, allow me to present to you a detailed demonstration of the culmination of our efforts, showcasing its various features and functionalities for your viewing pleasure. It's a vibrant yellow, a lovely green, a soft pink, and a bright blue patterned shirt, truly a totally classic and timeless piece. I truly believe that this outfit will look absolutely super cute and incredibly stylish when paired with some comfortable leggings and a charming little pair of sneakers. This particular item is truly a remarkably adorable and exceptionally versatile piece. That's really cute. The very next item we have here is another lovely shirt. I thought I'd try out shirts since the girls have never worn shirts before. They've had a blouse, but usually they just wear simple dresses. Then I found this really cute, adorable striped shirt with Mickey Mouse on it. I really figured this particular one would also look absolutely great with some blue or even black leggings. Now, what I immediately like about it, look, it also has elastic cuffs. So you truly don't have to take it to a professional tailor, even if the sleeves are extremely, extremely long. There's a little mini on the front. See, this is what it looks like. Here's the back of the item as well. It's super cute and incredibly tiny, making it quite adorable. There is a very pretty pink blouse with a lovely, elegant black bow attached to it. This one also has elastic, see? This one is elastic too. You don't need to take this to a tailor either. By the way, the material is really cute, just like if I had bought it at H&M. I'll mention the sizes later, but honestly, it's pointless for me to say what size I bought. You'll be able to figure out what size to get for your own children anyway. And the last Temu item is a pink checkered one. It's a shirt, and by the way, it's stitched. This is exactly what it visually looks like. So let's carefully take a good look at it once it's completely out of its protective packaging to clearly see what it's truly like. And this is precisely how it appears. Okay, upon closer inspection, I immediately notice a very large and prominent image of stitch prominently displayed on the entire back surface. I think this is really cute. The sleeves are not at all elastic, instead they are securely buttoned. However, it's actually quite simple and easy to roll them up and then fix them in place. So I have to tell you, these are good. Okay, so basically, I don't have to take any of them to a seamstress, and as for the shirts, I'll check if the sleeves can be rolled up, because if not, I just need to sew on a button and then they can be rolled up that way. but I have to say these are really good, and as you saw, most of them have buttoned sleeves, or sorry, actually most of them don't have buttons, and the ends of the sleeves are elastic, and I think they can be used really well. So I have to say this order seems to be good. I ordered these in the size for 12-year-olds, which is 140 to 150, and I chose the 150 size because these have length. For me, the issue isn't with the shoulders, and it doesn't matter anyway since there's no shoulder seam, but with the length. If the sleeves are too long, we can just roll them up. My problem is the length, because if I put a size 134 H&M shirt on the kid, it only reaches up to his belly button. So that's my problem, because he's 20 centimeters taller than average, so what was important to me was that these be long enough and could be worn with little leggings or jeans on their own, not tucked in, so it would be comfortable. If they're crawling around in kindergarten or jumping around in the garden, I don't want my kid's waist and kidneys to be exposed all the time. So I also have an H&M order. At H&M, my eyes are starting to get used to the fact that even though it's size 134 to 140, you can tell it's a looser fit. And now I'm wondering whether this was from the boys section or not, but I don't think so. But I'll check for you when I put the video together. Okay, this is a stitch t-shirt. This is a stitch t-shirt, and I can already tell just by looking at it that it will be perfect because it's not that tight fitted style. Since those fitted styles are a few centimeters shorter, I'll compare it to another size 134 t-shirt in a moment. I'll insert it here on the side and you'll see the difference. So I'm starting to recognize from the pictures which ones are the looser styles and which ones are the tight fitted styles. The ones that definitely aren't good for the girls because they're too short. Okay, the sleeves are fine, but the length is not. It looks like it would fit me, but believe me, it's actually a kid's size. It's just that the camera somehow makes it look like it's an adult size. This is a size 134 shirt, 134 to 140. This will definitely be good for the girls. I don't know about you, but in my experience, until that overall wearing cold weather comes, when you just throw the overalls on the kids as they go out, you need about 3 pairs of pants and 3 shirts a day per child. If you have 2 kids, that's 6 a day. So you need an insane amount of clothes just to get through a day at kindergarten, because if they go outside twice, that's 2 outfit changes, plus their indoor clothes, the ones they arrive in. I really love it when overall season comes, because then you just put it on them and one set of clothes is enough for the whole day. In the best case, if they get sweaty, they just change a shirt, but this transitional period is a disaster when it comes to clothes. So this was the pair of the same one, and then I was sure that the stitch shirt was in the girls section, because from this type you could choose these two, and I brought home both. From this there's a Minnie Mouse one and a Daisy Duck one. They're super cute, especially with the bows. Okay, and this one is also size 134 to 140, but you can see on the shirt that it's a bit wide, kind of an oversized style, and it's longer too, so if I measure it against myself, it doesn't just reach the base of my neck like all the others, so you really have to pay attention with these shirts to which ones are the fitted style and which ones are oversized, especially if you're in the same situation as me, where the kids are a bit taller than average. I'm sure this growth will slow down eventually, but for now she's not going to wear shirts with skulls or everything in gray and black, because even I would freak out, let alone the kids. So the third and last one, this is a little striped Minions top. And I actually bought this in the boys section, or at least it was on a little boy. And I think boys' shirts are generally wider and bigger anyway. This one will definitely fit too. That's all I wanted to show you for now, and I truly hope you found this detailed overview insightful. If I were to sum up this entire vlog, reflecting on all the items I've presented, I have to unequivocally state that it was absolutely worth buying these surprisingly useful things from Temu. A truly huge and delightful surprise was the remarkable fact that most of the garments and items I acquired had perfectly fitted elastic cuffs. This fantastic feature means I absolutely don't need to take them to a tailor for any adjustments, saving both time and additional expense. I think we can also fix the shirts with a button so they can be fastened up. And in terms of value for money, it was really worth it. And in winter, the polyester material isn't bothersome since it keeps you warmer. And none of them are that cheap lining type polyester. The t-shirt, the cat t-shirt, is made from an especially buttery soft material. And all the others are made from really nice blouse fabric. Honestly, it's like I bought them at H&M or Zara. And lately I've started switching over from H&M to Zara. I used to buy them mostly little dresses there because they sell such beautiful dresses, but somehow at Zara, even for this age group, you can find so many more cute, lovely, colorful clothes. You don't necessarily have to go for princess styles. She can wear yellow, white, stripes, polka dots, anything that makes her feel like herself. Because when the teenage years come, just like I was, and I think we all were, we started wearing those awful things we thought were so stylish, but that time will come and they'll be into that then. Until then, as long as they enjoy dressing in colorful, cute, and lovely clothes, I will absolutely keep looking for outfits that make them feel good themselves. By the way, it's actually a really fun and enjoyable girly activity to go out together and try on various things. If you have any more helpful tips on where to find truly cute and stylish clothes for kids in these specific sizes, please do let me know in the comments. For example, one of my friends mentioned that her problem is the opposite. Her child is much smaller, but then she can just buy a smaller size in the store. So I know that neither situation is easy because for some people the waist is very, very tight in this size, even though the child is tall enough but very slim, so the pants have to be taken in. I think it's not an easy task for clothing manufacturers either, since just like us adult women, we all have different body types and sizes, but right now this is my situation, my problem. Up until now, I would just order clothes for the kids online and every single one fit. I have never in my life had to return kids' clothes since I was born. At H&M, because I think I shop there about 80% of the time, but now, wow, it's really a struggle. Incredibly difficult. And one more criticism here at the end, in case anyone from H&M is watching, because I'm sure I'm such a big YouTuber that H&M is watching me, is that usually in the stores there are never two of anything, and I always have to order online or go to several stores because there's always just one assortment out, right? One size run in the stores, and this really causes problems. And my twins are the kind who don't like to wear different clothes. Maybe they'll grow out of this, but the moment one of them has something different on, they want to wear that too. So for me, this is the problem. So recommend me some stores, clothes, brands that I might not know about, where you've had good experiences, where you can get good and nice things. But I think you should also check out Temu because it's not bad, and if you don't like it, you can always send it back. The company is fair. They will refund your money. So that's all from me for today. I'll be back next time. See you later. Bye.